So one thing a dog hates is a collar and a leash. One of the things that you're supposed to love is you. So part of desensitizing your dog is seeing what the dog does in various settings. A lot of our confidence came from what? Remember the first time your mom went to sent you into the grocery store by yourself? Or as an adult, you're like, man, what do I do in this place? It was kind of frightening, a little unsure, definitely overwhelming because there's a lot of stuff in the grocery store. But the more you did it, the more confident and competent you became. So when your dog is running off early on, which is what I like to do, at 8 to 16 week mark, they need to be out, experiencing the world, figuring stuff out in a safe place, to be clear. This is a little side park. He's not gonna run around too much. He does make me nervous every once in a while, that's the truth. But for the most part, because we've been walking places together for a long time and doing work, building our bond, again, this is just what I would do, people. I'm not super concerned because he's gonna be around me. At least that's the goal, right? That's the hope. So eventually, when you're introducing a leash, the leash and the collar, it's easy because it's no different than when he's what? On his own with you walking around. It's just giving him a range. Like, up, that's too far, up, that's too close. So, we'll walk a little bit more. You see he wants to be where I'm at. So you go, hey, if he's already like this, what reason do I need to put a leash on him? Well, for one, it's part of the law. It's just the truth. The law is like, hey, your dog needs a leash. I'll put a leash on him. Plus, I want him to be safe as well. Especially a bunch of kids and people around. I don't want to run it off too much. Oh, he's about to poop. But at anywho, this is a step one. I would tell you. Actually, it's just walking up and down an empty area. Look down here. Show them that. That right there is a whole trail. For the most part, as we come over here quite a bit. We just walk up and down, getting familiar with knowing my parameters, staying close. He trusts me. I do a lot of other stuff that you've seen. I hold him for about a minute every day, just about, especially since he was 3 days old. When he sleeps or has slept, I'll wrap an old shirt that I don't need around him so he gets super familiar with my scent. Dogs have what? They smell phytochemicals, or was it phyto something? Your phyto signals, something like that, on the skin. So they can tell, especially when they're bonded to you, how you're feeling, your mood, etc. That's a hot, steamy one for him. So, I'm about to put his collar on. He doesn't like the collar, to be clear. Good boy. Good boy. But objectively, nothing changed. And then, we're going to attach a little leash. And this one might be too big, but I think it should be fine. He'll carry it a little bit for me. Come on. And mind you, you guys that are dealing with like a dog pulling. Your dog's pulling because it never was going where you were going. And when he's going through his process, you gotta let him live a little bit and figure it out, because regardless where I'm headed, he's going. So, and another trick sometimes, all right, come on. Give him a little light tuck here. Another trick sometimes when your dog has leash problems, you just leave it on him and let him drag it around. That's the first thing that we'll do if we're trying to get a dog on a leash. he's carried it. Man, what's up, man? You normally put the leash on the dog. You normally put the leash on the dog when you're in the house. So step one, you got a dog that won't walk on a leash. Put a leash on his back. Let him roam around with it in your house. Second, or even before that, start building that bond, people. I don't do a lot of e-collar, prong collar training. That doesn't mean we don't use the tools. They're tools, an opportunity for you to find a clear path to communicating with your dog. Every tool has its place. I come from a space where it was about the dog. And if that dog fucks with you, that's that. That's it, that's all. And if it doesn't, that's it, that's all. This is a 13, 14 week old pup. And as you see, I'm not doing a lot. All I'm actually doing is continue to connect and just being his guide. Wherever I go, he should go. And that's because we've been building a strong bond since day one. Literally since day one. So, if you got questions, as always, comment, like, share, subscribe. And make sure you're following us on other platforms, because we're going to do more stuff on YouTube. But, I mean, I can't make this up. A dog either does what you want it to or it doesn't. Eventually, we'll get you guys over to my dog tools where we do a lot more nutritious stuff. So stay tuned. Take care of your dogs.